So in the military, in 9 days, I finally got assigned to my company where I was going to train, and we all lined up in four platoons. All the drill sergeants ran out, started yelling at the company leader and the platoon leaders first. There's about eight of them, and they kind of went around, just get up, get down, push-ups. We're in charge, you're going to do exactly what we say, that kind of stuff. One of the platoon leaders, I believe it's the A company, it's from left to right. Um, One of the drills said something to him. He was right up in his face, yelling and cussing. This guy had glasses, and he was yelling so loud he was actually spitting on his glasses. And he said something like, "Please, sir, back up. You're spitting on me. You can't do that." And the guy's like, he grabs me by his outer shirt. We had a t-shirt and what's called an outer shirt. It was a long sleeve shirt and a uniform. I think it was about maybe 95, 100 degrees that day. And he's like, "Boy, you going to listen to me. You're going to do what I tell you to do," that kind of stuff. He says, "Yes, drill sergeant, but you can't put your hands on me. You're spitting on my glasses. Would you please back up?" And the guy says, "No." He shakes him a little bit. He's like, "No, boy, you don't understand. You're gonna do what I tell you to do." And he says, "I understand that, but you're spitting on me, and you can't put your hands on me." So he starts bumping him with his chest, like, "What are you gonna do? If I put my hands on you?" He looks at him real carefully up and down. He says, "You know, you're a drill sergeant. If you take those rank pins off, that pistol belt off, and that hat, you're just some guy on the street assaulting me." And he goes like, "Oh, you got a problem with these?" So he pulls his rank pins off, he pulls his belt off, he pulls his hat off, and he says, "Okay, now what are you gonna do?" So the guy balls up his fist. He looks around real quick, and he says, "Up, not here. Too many witnesses." He's like, "Oh, too many witnesses. Like you think you're a badass or something?" He says, "Well, let's just go around the corner." And other drills like they say something to him. He's like, "No, don't do that." And he says, "No, no, it's okay. Uh, this recruit's gonna show me what he's got. We're just gonna go around the corner and have a chat." So he goes around the corner. He says, "No matter what happened, nobody come over here." So he goes around the corner. The recruit looks around. He goes around the corner. You hear something like, "Boy, now what you gonna do?" I hear "Tow, tow, 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 tow." Hits this guy like 30 times up against the wall. And they must have switched sides because the drill was up against the side of the building where you couldn't see, and you could barely see this guy, throwing punches. And he kind of turns, and then you hear boom, and the drill comes out. This boom, unconscious, bounces a couple of times, lays there out cold. Some of the drills run over there. They say something like, "Stay here." Somebody call the MPs. One of them run inside. The MPs come, arrest the recruit, cuff him, show up with M16s, and put the drill on a stretcher, and I think I can't remember if they take an ambulance or they come back with another Jeep. I think they actually slid him on a stretcher up in it, took him to the hospital. Anyway, I saw the guy the next morning. I asked him what happened. His hands were all bandaged up. He said he broke every finger in both of his hands. I mean, all the bones in both of his hands except for his left thumb on the guy's head. And he says, these guys can't put their hands on us. And I told him, to back off. And I said, "Well, what kind of training have you had?" He said, "I was Navy SEALs Special Forces. I've been out too long. I think like 5 or 6 years, he had to go through basic again in order to re-enlist. And I think he was a specialist. He said he was a sergeant or something higher ranked than that. And he had to go back through the training. He had got injured, and that's why he had been out so long. And he said that they gave him an honorable psychological discharge and told him he can't train with his hands. That it'd probably heal up in about 6 to 8 weeks, and he could re-up after 2 years and train again. So that's what he was going to do. He didn't know what he was going to do in the meantime. But anyway, that was my first day, first few minutes anyway. It got worse and different after that. I don't remember a whole lot of it because I only got 3.5 hours of sleep. every night for, after a couple of weeks, everything just got kind of cloudy and hazy. I don't remember it that well. Anyway, hope you liked the story. Please like, subscribe, share. Let me know if you want to do any of the stories similar to this one.